wasn't totally ready to go live, but my cat hit the button. I know nobody's watching yet. That's okay. How am I going to make you not crooked? How are we going to do that? Like that, maybe? Good morning. My cat accidentally hit the button. I wasn't meaning to go live yet. How am I going to make you not crooked? Oh, that's okay. Am I too crooked? Yvonne, who just joined, am I too crooked or is this okay? Thanks for joining. Happy freaking Monday, everybody. I'm in a new location. Oops, don't want that. How's everyone doing? Happy Monday. Monday motivation. That's what we're doing today. Switching things up a little bit, you guys. Just like, I feel like whenever I do these lives, it's a lot of it comes down to we are what we freaking tell ourselves, right? So I'm just going to share with you guys how I got through my shit. How's everyone doing this morning? I'm Susan. If you are new, Susan doing Susan things. Actually, this is my backup account. How is it going, everyone? If you hold down the screen, you can share it out to your buddies. No pressure, but it just helps your girl out here. I'm just sending it out to people on this account that I don't even know who they are. You never know. Someone might want some Monday freaking motivation, right? And of course, we can do skincare. I already did my skincare this morning because, well, I don't know if there's men on here. I don't want to be gross, but it's Shark Week and I sneezed. So shower I went. Sorry if that grossed anyone out or read between the lines. Oh yeah, I was going to share it out. Hi everyone, I'm Susan. We can talk about skincare and natural remedies and anything you want, but I am going to focus on freaking mindset, motivation, like you are what you tell yourself and all that crap, because I went freaking through it these last couple years and you seriously can become the best version of yourself. I promise, but we can talk about all that. But of course, natural remedies as well and aging gracefully. I'm trying to get age as gracefully as I can. I'm 43. I'm Susan. This is my backup account, you guys. My main account is Susan doing Susan things. But if anyone knows what's going on with us hippies sharing our knowledge on this app, we are getting, so that's okay. We're just, hi, oh, good morning, Brian. You know, Brian, today I have a new setup over here. I'm just like in this little corner watching my birds. Oh, my freaking cat got out. My birds will not be watching me if the cat gets out. How's everyone doing today? We're going to talk about seriously like Monday motivation, but we can also talk about skincare, hair care. Oh my gosh, I made that concoction the other day of half cup coconut oil and half cup castor oil with rosemary oil for hair growth, skin. My feet look freaking amazing. My feet are under control. I spent the last few days just filing and moisturizing, and wow, I would show you my feet, but I just think that's weird. No one else? Anyways, they look good, and I'm someone who I ground a lot. Like going outside and putting your feet on the ground, people, I am not kidding you. It makes you feel so much better. But my feet were so gross. So anyways, we can talk about that. There's so many things. How's everyone doing today? Going on? Show us your feet. No, I don't want to show my feet. People might think that's weird, Brian. Oops, I just sent my own self. Okay, I'm sharing out my live to my peeps. Brian, do you tap my head until that heart fills up and confetti rains down? Because I really hope that you do. I hope that everyone does that. Did you guys know that you can do that? You can, if you tap the screen enough, that heart will fill up and confetti will rain down, and it just helps. And obviously leaving comments help too. So tell me where everyone's from. And it's 7:30 where I'm at in Washington State. Oh, thanks, LaShawn. I love that. LaShawn. The only thing I get like nervous about on this app is like reading people's names and stuff, because it's like, you don't know how people pronounce things. How's everyone doing? Where's everyone from? Bows? What is BOAs? Bows? What's that? So yes. Oh, neither say it with an N. Oh, okay. Well, I think your name is probably beautiful, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Hello from Arizona. Hello from Milwaukee. Arizona, we're probably on the same time zone, right? I'm thinking. I just want to wait for a couple of my peeps to show up, but does anyone a couple of years ago, it was like I was at my rock bottom, and just like everything around me was like, I shouldn't be feeling this way. And why is this happening to me? I just really, Nebraska, Missouri, New Mexico. Hello, everyone. Good morning, Beth. I should be doing stuff. Well, can't you watch me and multitask, Beth? I know I got on late this morning because I was like, of course, printing out more notes, because I think I want to do like, Monday mindset motivation, Tuesday transformation Tuesday, and just do like different affirmations to start our day, just to incorporate it into our regular routine. If you're new to affirmations, hi Jennifer. If you're new to affirmations, it might sound like woo-woo, but man, I've just completely transformed my life, and everything that I have like manifested has legit come true. I can't even believe it, but right now I'm in this weird I'm just in this weird stage where I'm not quite sure what's going on. And my accounts all got in trouble. And I'm like, what does that mean? Good morning, Anita. Okay, I'm so glad you're on, Anita, because we are doing like major mindset stuff today and affirmations. And we're just going to set goals and do it together, because I feel like even though I'm really rock solid with my mindset, like one of my questions today was, or what we're going to do is set clear, achievable goals for the week. And then I was literally on late going, well, what is my goal? Like, it's weird when you don't even know what your goal is. Like, should I be making more videos? Is that my goal? Or should I focus on myself? Is that my goal? Like, so I just feel like, hello, Myra, good morning to everyone. We're going to talk about mindset motivation and how I got to this great mindset place, but just know, like, I'm in this weird stage right now, but I know that it's all going to work out. I'm positive it's all going to happen for a reason. But what I've noticed that I was doing less of was like writing down how I feel, like writing down my affirmations. And it's kind of crazy how you are what you tell yourself. And for me, the way I've always learned is I have to write it down. So I just printed out a bunch, because my handwriting, unfortunately, I just have really unfortunate handwriting, and my spelling is just unreal. I'm very phonetic, and it gets confusing. So even writing it down in a scribble, because even if you're not going to go back and look at it, right? Like, I have this notebook that I'm sure was one of my kids, and I'm not going to go back and look at these pages of scribble. I mean, look at like how I write. It's just like really scribbly. So even just writing it down like that is so helpful. But what I realized was I was focusing on these lives in the morning so much, and getting myself anxious about these lives, even though they always go great. It's almost like I was telling my husband, it's almost like when I go live, it's like a workout. Like, you never regret a workout. And so I feel that way about my lives. It's like, I never regret these. These are always amazing. They're always positive. And I tell myself, if I help 2 people, it's beneficial. And I know it's more than that. But I've been spending my mornings stressing out about going live. Instead, I should have been at least taking 10 minutes. I made myself a new little setup in this corner. You guys don't know if you've been following me for a while, but let me just show you. So I'm in this corner now where that is, and then my birds are right there. So in the mornings, I'm going to take time with my little piece of paper and my printed out notes, and I'm just going to write. I'm going to do these things, and then I'll be able to come on here and just be like, this is positive. I don't need to have stress. I mean, I literally I retired from doing hair for 25 years because since the pandemic, the pandemic changed me. It changed a lot of us. Good morning, Daisy Dog. So we're doing mindset and motivation today, Daisy Dog. So you are sticking around. But my job, I love my job. I love being a hairstylist. My clients were my best friends. And I mean, I have never missed a field trip and never missed anything. Even when I had a headache or hemorrhoids, I'd be able to text my clients and they'd be like, no problem. Let us know when you can get us back in. But I would definitely get them in that week, right? Good morning. Oh, thank you. Sorry. Okay. I need to read these comments out loud. Good morning. I have appeared to let you know I'm proud of you. Life is a pain, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Thank you for that comment. You just made my whole day. And also, you guys, when you comment on my videos, it's like you're complimenting my shoes, and that's what we're going to get into. Like, a life hack of life is making others feel better. Helping others instantly makes yourself feel better. And I've learned that. I had this great yoga instructor, and that's how he was be good, help others feel good. I mean, so talking about life hack, but anyways, I love my job, love doing hair, loved my clients. And then you bring in a pandemic where I live in Washington State. And if you guys know, I think we were the first ones to bring it in with that choir. One of my clients was in that choir. I don't know if you guys know about that. We were like national news where I live, talking about this COVID. But anyways, in a positive way, TT, don't get mad at me. So anyways, it just instantly kind of brought my beliefs forward. I don't think we're just gonna get through it. We don't want to get anything put in us. And that really caused it makes me a little red. That caused a lot of conflict between me and my clients, and the way I just felt so judged. And it was before, I was I was a people pleaser. I was masking. I was letting my kids get hand sanitizer. I was so trapped at being this people pleaser and not realizing my own self-worth. So I started having dread literally every morning I worked. I worked 2 days a week Didn't matter what clients I had, didn't matter if we were like-minded. It didn't matter because it seemed like the topic was gonna come up. Oh my gosh, and I had so many clients getting sick, and if they didn't like my hippy dippy suggestions, it was hard for me because I'm like, but I can help you. I can take apricot seeds, do black seed oil. And if people aren't willing or don't want it, I can't force it on them. So then here comes this app, and there's so many people who are like, yeah, I want to know how to get rid of strep throat, and heck yeah, I want to know how to help with under eye bags and cysts and things like that. So I'm so thankful for this app, and it just kind of propelled me forward into this new Susan. And it's going great. And I was just making so much freaking money. I couldn't even believe it. And then it just like all got swept out from under me. So this is my backup account that you're seeing me on. My main account is right here. All these hearts right there, you guys. So my main account is right there with all those hearts. It's almost at 200,000. Now they're doing something crazy. They're taking followers away from me. I've never had a deficit. Is that the right word? Ever in my accounts, which I mean, I lose followers, don't get me wrong, just because, everyone does, but I've always had a positive amount following, and then the last week, they're taking them away, and I've heard that happening, and I'm like, what the heck, you know what I mean? But, sorry, I scared my birds away, but I just refuse to give up, and it has to be happening for a reason, and so I'm just going to keep going on this account, and we're just going to surge freaking forward. That is my plan. Oh, good. Oh, thanks. Yeah, you guys make sure you're following me up there. Follow my other account if you want. It's on, but the thing is, you guys, on my other account, I have so many amazing, if I do say so myself, videos about everything you can think of. So there it is, like natural remedies. I have a castor oil playlist. I have a light therapy playlist. I have a hemorrhoid relief playlist. I mean, you guys, I have worked so hard on, I didn't have a comment pin. I've worked so hard on this account. So, hook it up if you want. But thank you guys. Yeah, make sure you're following. I love that so much. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit of mindset, because I cannot stress it enough, you guys. You are what you tell yourself. And even if you don't believe it, still say it. And all of a sudden, look, it makes me emotional every time I talk about it, because I can't believe how much I love myself. I am my best friend. I can't believe how much I love myself. It never occurred to me that I was supposed to be my own best friend, and I was supposed to be the one making me the best version of myself. Not my husband, not my kids, not anyone around me. It was me. So, oh, you're adorable. Hair dye needed. Did you look at self? Did you turn your phone around and look at yourself or something? So anyways, you guys, if you want to go ahead and leave some comments on there. So if you think that makes yourself selfish, oh, then you must be doing it wrong, sweet man. So of course you're a guy, because obviously, but man, the best way that you can make yourself feel better is to help others. So like this person coming on here and trying to be negative, you can't hurt me. I've already won. Someone I know that you are depressed. I know that you are struggling, and I do feel sorry for you, but trying to make others feel bad, oh man, honey, it's not gonna work. You can't hurt me. My hair is gorgeous. My forehead, look at that thing. Oh, it radiates love and happiness to others. So try it. You can try your hardest to hurt me, but I know you are the one that's struggling. So bless your heart. Well, I'm saying that in the negative way. Okay, so you guys, Monday, affirmations. So these are some great affirmations if you want to write them down, but these are the ones I wrote down today. I'm ready to start my week strong. I embrace new challenges with confidence. I motivate and aspire to achieve my goals. I'm focused and determined. I have the power to create my life, the life I desire. It is so unbelievably true that you are what you tell yourself, and you can literally Google affirmations. If it's hard to figure out affirmations on your own, they're out there, and you can customize them to whatever you want. Oh, you know what, you guys? Daisy Dogs, I'm going to make you a moderator. You guys, when people come on my account, or when losers, how do I make you a moderator? When people get on and try and make others feel bad, don't even think for a second that they are hurting me, but I know it hurts the mood. So if you want to block them, go ahead. I think it shows people you can't, seriously, you guys, you cannot let anyone else around you make you feel like you don't know your own self-worth, right? And I used to be that person. That little loser used to be maybe someone that would hurt my feelings, but oh God, you seriously have nothing better to do? It's sad, right? Okay, there we go. I got rid of them. Oh, turn on community flight comment. Okay. I know. Oh my God. Okay, so I blocked that person. I know people, and that's the crazy thing. Like, someone's goal was to find someone happy and try and hurt them. Like that is so sad. So anyways, being a mom and being able to kind of go through everything I went through this last couple years has been able to show my kids, like, the best way to make yourself feel better is to, like, uplift others. So I love watching people's videos and, like, leaving them a great comment, especially if you don't have a ton of followers, or especially if you can tell they've put in the work, or maybe they're new. And it's like leaving them a comment like, great video. That could boost their entire day. Helping others. When you're in the store and you're checking out something, if you just turn to someone and say, Mondays, right? Right? I mean, it's just like having those little connections with people could completely change their day. My goal when I leave this house, I do like my little sanctuary. I'm not going to lie. I am an introverted extrovert, okay? I love being alone. This is like the perfect thing. I get to shoot the shit with people, but I could end it at any moment. I've never done that. But when I do go out in public, it's funny because I do have like a little bit of social anxiety, but I just, on my way, wherever I say, I radiate love and happiness to others. Giving a smile, that's all you need. So I love just leaving people with little moments of happiness. You know what I mean? You love being alone too. You know, I'm actually watching the show Alone. Have you guys watched that show? It's on Hulu, but it's really, it's good. Well, it's like not an adventure show. It's a survival show, but it's really people struggle for being in solitude for that long. And I could see that, right? Like I am not in solitude for very long. This weekend, my husband and son, actually I forgot to message him back. My husband and son are camping, and then my older son kind of took over the house because I live in the apartment above our garage now. Talk about loving to be alone. But we are social creatures and we do need that interaction. But anyways, I need to answer my husband real quick. Okay, I'm up, getting packed, Damon is sleeping. My plan is to get everything ready, then wake him up. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. I'm in the middle of a live. We are talking mindset and motivation. You guys, I am an entire new person for my family. Like, I've always been, happy, and, I've been this person, but now it's like true to the core, and I'm over 2.5 years alcohol free. I have to bring that up all the time because the alcohol for me was this making it not who I am. It was almost like I was pretending to be this person. I thought I needed the alcohol to make me be this person. It's like, no, Susan, you can be. And I was not being the true silly self in front of my husband and my kids. And I don't know why, because I like being silly. I like to skip. I like to bounce. That is who I am. And I finally feel that, like, I was almost like uncomfortable to do that in front of my own family. What the fuck was that about? Sorry, I like to swear, but I've been really good. My mom was on my live for the first time yesterday, and I was like, Mom, aren't you proud of me for not swearing? My mom is very passive and not so much like me. She's more like my husband, and I love that. I mean, it's just funny how you need that balance in your life, right? So anyways, okay, does anyone have affirmations that they do every day? Right when my little brain starts waking up, I would sleep with the windows open. I sleep in like an igloo. That's another reason why I sleep separately from my family, is because I live in an igloo. It is wonderful. I love it up in my apartment. Because I live in Washington State, so it still gets chilly. Those birds, they start chirping about 4, and my mind starts going about 4:01. And back in the day, and even now, you wake up with these almost like dread or a little bit of anxiety, but if you can teach yourself to, like, I start with love, and I start saying, I am happy, I am healthy, and I am pain-free. That sentence right there, when I started saying that 2 years ago, I was not happy, I was not healthy, and I was not pain-free. I was the opposite of pain-free. It was not only chronic, I had chronic pain my whole life, but it was a hip pain, it was hemorrhoids, it was unbelievable what I was going through, but I was also going through this major mindset switch, and I knew that I was like being tested, and I'm like, I'm not going to give up on this. I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to just say, why is this happening to me? And through all of that, my dog died. My literally best friend, beloved dog that I spent time with after surgeries and recovering, and she died tragically. She suffocated on a chip bag. I want to tell everyone that. It's very common. It's actually happened to two of our friends. I was the best. We were good dog parents. I was the dog parent. I was the best dog parent. It was a freaking accident. But even that, I was like, you are not going to hurt me. I am not going to drink. I am not going to become a shell of myself. So I cannot even stress enough. It's what we go through that makes us better. And right now, these last few weeks, oh good. Oh, I'm so glad you did too, Sherry. You guys make sure you're following me up there. And I usually do like skincare and stuff like that, but I do want to talk about, because I wouldn't even be where I was at unless we could get our minds under control, right? Like, we are what we tell ourselves. We are what we put in our bodies, and we are stronger than we think. And that is the thing. Needed to hear this, right? And you guys, I'm telling you, like, the reason why I haven't given up on this app is because this app is what changed my life. Before I was on it, before I started making videos, it was the people on there like me. I can say that now with confidence. I know that I can, look, I get very emotional about it because I just want everyone to be as happy as I am as I'm crying. I just know that everyone has the power inside, and it's like, it's you. Like, you have to do it. You have to be your own best friend. So I started like doing little things, like I would get my coffee ready for myself the night before, and then in the morning I'd say, thank you so much, nighttime Susan. And I literally started thanking myself out loud. Like, my husband and my family, like, you guys have been married for 25 years. Like, he's my best friend. We've been together since high school. But you just start, you lose each other a little bit. And then I was just doing so much, and I was this micromanager, and I was the one who had to do it all. And I thought, how can they not see what I'm doing? But when you start to like learn about yourself and learn about your relationship, it wasn't my husband's fault. My husband loves me. He just, it wasn't vocal about it. Now he is. Like, we did these personality tests, which I recommend everyone doing personality tests. I have one at the very bottom of my link tree. It's called Trudy. You don't even have to pay for it. You can do it. I paid for it, but you can just do it, and you can jump off that app and Google your Enneagram. Me and my husband, like I said, we've been together since high school. Do you know how many times we have changed since then? We were smooth sailing until about, I don't know, late maybe 30s was when it was like, we really both should have stopped the drinking. We should have slowed down. We didn't need to, though. Like, we were very good members of society. We were getting hammered at like Rotary events and board, hospice. I mean, it's just like, we were so involved in this community, and everyone around us was drinking. So it was like, we had no reason not to. Plus we got cabs. Plus we had babysitters, family coming out of our ears. But we didn't want to slow down because we enabled each other. Like, we were really good drinkers together. Like, we had a hoot. But then a situation happened where we had someone move into this beautiful apartment, and all of a sudden I became a caregiver to almost like an adult child, which I know I'm not saying that in a negative way. I think a lot of us, like people in a certain an older generation, it's almost like we have to act like their parent, but they're older than us, so we can't parent them the way we would parent our children. I could have changed this person's life if I could have parented them the way I parented my children. Instead, I chose to drink. I would put, every time I was like the driver. I cannot believe what I went through. Anyways, I would put vodka in my kombucha because no one could smell it. So that was my change. I'm not that my drinking was under control before this happened. I was still drinking to excess, and I was drinking wine every night, and my kids knew how to pour me a 2-finger pour, embarrassing. Very responsible. I thought I was the funnest mom ever, but anyways, that was like my crutch. And then it became very dependent. I remember taking a shot of vodka before going and getting a massage. And then it was just so bad. And it was like when I was drinking to cope. But when you drink to cope, or when you do anything to get rid of those feelings, to numb those feelings, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's not going to work. But man, that first shot of vodka, that works. Bam, I feel good again. But it was literally like, it was killing my brain. It was everything. I just was so sad. So anyways, for me, I knew I needed to get that under control. And finally, when this situation moved out, started to just kind of, I don't know, just focus on myself more and stop drinking. I read the book This Naked Mind by Annie Grace. Honestly, I went through that myself. I didn't change until I was older. Right? Yeah, I'm 43 years old, and right now I know I'm the best. I'm like continuing to be the best version of myself. This is like who I want to be. It's who I was, but not really. It's who I truly am now. Like, I I have really great boundaries. When people ask if they can help me, I say, yes, please. We just hosted a huge ass party. Before, when people would ask if they could help, I'm like, no, 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 no. Why? Yeah, yes. Like, it was so funny. Of course, the moms would ask, like, what can I help with? I don't know. I say, oh, go look at the food table. See if things need to be tidied. If people, like, when I go to a party, give me a job, because I do have a little bit of social anxiety. So I would love to be a little helper. So when people ask if they can help, let them freaking help. Like, I don't know why I didn't do that before. So there were just so many little things I needed to be able to ask for help. I needed to be able to, like, let go. And I just needed to get in touch with this person I wanted to be. So a lot of it was this app. That's what I was saying, like, the people that come across your page, someone like me, someone like those, the people that are flipping, they're doing their cards, that is real. Like this one woman, Alex Reads Tarot, I just, everything that she has, and one time she even said my name, like she just said a random name out loud. Like sometimes she says Kevin, sometimes she says this. And this one that was so powerful to me, she said Susan. And I was like, I believe, like, the cards and everything has already been predetermined for us. It's just, how are we going to get there, and how is it going to manifest? I believe that now. And it finally feels good to know that everything happens for a reason, even the shitty stuff. So like my dog dying, like, oh my God, I can't believe she died. I miss her every day. Don't cry. I don't want to cry. But the way our family handled it was so incredible. Like the way my husband handled it, because she was the love of my life. And unfortunately, it was my younger son who found her. So I couldn't think about me. It was his needs. And we all went to bed together. The three of us, we went in his bed. It was like, of course it happened at like 3 in the morning. And once we got him settled, he's 14. So he was, very aware of his emotions and tragedy. Right when he opened the door, I knew what had happened. It was crazy. So anyways, I was able to come to this apartment and just really let myself, cry. But my husband kept coming over and checking on me, and he just handled it so well. So anyways, I could have really used that as an excuse we had to leave that weekend for Yakima for a baseball tournament. I almost stayed home. If I would have stayed home, I just wonder what that would have done. Like, I don't think I would have drank, but I don't know. So I don't know why that specifically happened. I didn't need to re-fall in love with my husband didn't need to be propelled to the next, because he used to always be on this huge pedestal, my husband, since grade school. And then he got knocked off that pedestal really hard. Like I was 1 foot out the fucking door. But then it's like, we chose to fight for each other. And it worked, right? So it's so incredible what we went through. But it was like, you have to know that it was for a reason. And we are so, like, me and my husband are like best friends again. You know what I mean? And of course, yeah, the dog thing was an accident. And the crazy thing about my dog dying was that my niece was supposed to house sit for us. And it was like, wonder if that would have happened on her watch. Like, I couldn't even imagine. And that's what, it was weird how everyone in our family thought the same thing. Like, oh, we're so glad Presley didn't have to go through that because, right? Not that I wanted my son to, but we got through it so well. And I miss her every day. But, I talk to her every day too. So it's all good. But it's just finally realizing that it all happens for a reason. And it really is these kind of moments in our life. Like right now today, like sometimes when I talk about mindset and motivation, people exit. There's 95 people in here. That's fucking awesome, right? Like we can do this. Like you can do it. I promise. Like been married. And I was very, I guess, lucky, but like my husband, he chose to fight. Like he took a year off drinking and to the point where it was like, was he ever going to drink again? I don't need to drink. I'm hyper. I'm happy. Thank God, right? I finally figured that out. I like it when my husband, it's unreal. He's the only person I know other than my mom who can have like 1 or 2 and stop. That was not me. I could have 1 and then 20 minutes later, I would either want another one or I'd be tired. And then maybe 20 minutes out, it's like this constant, oh, I love you so much, Jessica. Thank you. I don't think I can get another dog actually, because I don't know. We kind of talked about getting a little dog. I would love to have a little, because my Sadie girl, she was a Staffordshire. It's so funny, you guys. I got her from a rescue place. It's called Because We Care Rescue. And she was just this little mutt. And she was black. And I thought, oh, she's perfect. She ended up being an overbred, purebred with 2 luxating patellas, which are dislocated knees. I spent thousands of dollars. I honestly feel like I got taken advantage of. That was in the time of my life where I was like, I was manic. I didn't know, I had just stopped drinking, but things were manic. Bipolar was, I did get that diagnosis later on, but it was just this like, I don't know. And no one, like someone told me like, oh, she probably needs surgery. Okay, here's my money. And we could afford it. See, that was the thing too. It's like, if we couldn't have afforded it, and we're not rich by any means, we're savers. We are very good. When this person lived in this house, they used to talk shit about us being cheapskates. No, we are going to have we are not cheap. We are frugal and we make good choices with our money. With that said, I couldn't say no. If we had the money, I couldn't say no. And it was like, I spent thousands of dollars on this knee surgery. And then I had to nurse her back to health. We had a kennel in our main living room. And if you guys know me, I like things clean. I have the OCD. My house has to be spotless. Not so much anymore. I've overcome all of that. It's amazing what we can overcome without pharmaceuticals. I'm off antidepressants. I'm off high blood pressure medicine. Like, it's crazy what we can overcome with our mind. So anyways, I did everything. She had to be on a leash to go poop, to go pee. We had to have a ramp. I didn't get single help from my family. They asked, kind of, but they just knew that I was going to take care of it. All of it. And I did. And I can't believe what I went through. And then when we go for her checkup, they say to me, I think we could do a little bit more surgery. So I went through all of it again. I can't even believe it. But with that said, she was the perfectly trained dog and we were bonded. She just, every time, you know, when like your dog is just watching you, like, what's she going to do? What's she going to do? And that was before I like lived in the apartment. I would go back and forth a lot. And she knew if I was carrying like a certain mug, she knew we were going to the apartment. And we hiked all over the place. She was my hiking partner. I have not been in the woods. I've not been on a hike since she died. Can't do it. Not yet. I might take everyone on like a point of view walk. We kind of tried that the other day when I had this really cool thing, like not a tripod. It's like a thing that holds your phone right here. It's like a point of view. We walked around. I thought that would be kind of cool. Like because I live in Washington State. I have a hike there. I've hiked thousands of miles up in all these woods, but then people started sending me pictures of cougars and they scared me enough where, oh, good morning, Kelly B. I had a mean person on here earlier and I finally had to block him. Usually I just let him go, but I couldn't. Anyways, we're talking mindset, motivation. So anyways, I was thinking about, I need to get out there. I need to get out in the woods again. But that's the only thing I haven't been able to do. So maybe that should be my goal, right? So the next thing I wanted to talk about was like, we need to set clear, achievable goals for the week, even for the day. But even, so I didn't know my goals yet for the day, but maybe my goal this week should be to get out in the woods with you guys, and just do me and my Sadie girls hike. So I'm going to write that down for a goal. And you know what? Even if I don't achieve that goal, it's okay. So one of my goals is going to be to go to Squires Lake is what it's called. So go on a hike. I'm going to write that down. And then real quick, just for people that are joining, the affirmations that I think we should all write down this week is, I am ready to start the week strong. I embrace new challenges with confidence. I am motivated and inspired to achieve my goals. I am focused and determined. I have the power. You know what? And I like those ones, but I kind of like these ones better. I believe in myself and my abilities. Like, even write down one of these and start saying them. Like, less is more. Write down 3. Like I said, I start my morning every day with I am happy, I am healthy, and I am pain-free. Also, I just want to say real quick, obviously make sure you're following me up there. But I have been uploading all of my lives to the tube, and there's a link above in my profile that'll take you there. This one's different than all my other ones. My other ones are always have been about skincare, but this one I just really wanted to focus on. I am worthy of success and happiness. I love that one. Every day I'm getting better and stronger. Like, seriously, start saying those things out loud. I am grateful for all that I have. Okay, that is the thing. When we are in the shit, it's all we can think about, right? Oh, I used to live in Washington Hike. Oh, cool. I love North Bend. Yeah, how awesome. I wrote down. Good. Okay. Yeah, write down what you're going to say every freaking morning. I just got a little sidetracked, but yeah, I always start with I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm pain-free. Oh yeah, I read one of these. I'm grateful. So one thing I really learned too, it's like and this is what I've done for my kids. So you guys, I have, I don't know, maybe a little unorthodox way of parenting, but I don't believe in grounding. I don't believe in taking things away from my kids. I don't believe in letting them sit in their rooms and thinking about it. I do believe in actions. And so when my one son got in a little bit of trouble at school, he actually ended up with in-school suspension. I had a list of things like thank you so much for that heart puffy puff. Love. What that does, you guys, I think that cost her 2 pennies and it just helps push off the algorithm and it just lets the TT world know that, hey, we like her. Anyways, instead of getting grounded, I have them write down 20 things that you are thankful for. Write down goals that you have. It could be like MMA fighter. It could be anything. And then be grateful for them. If we can feel gratefulness, that is what will propel us forward. Like when I was going through the worst hemorrhoids of my fucking life, like 7 months, you guys, and it was all stress related. Of course, we'll talk about the book Healing Back Pain, but when I was going through that, I would have to cancel on my clients because I could not walk. I had to lay on my tummy had all my natural remedies. I have an entire playlist on hemorrhoids, by the way. Because 50% of people deal with them, and especially women. You know, it doesn't matter if you're fat, thin, constipated, not. I mean, I was having it because I was pooping too much. I mean, like, holy hell. So you guys, if you follow this account right here. Oh, sorry, not Sophia. She's great too if you want to follow her. Actually, I don't know her. Okay, follow this account right here, SusanDoingSusanThings. I have playlists on everything. But I was able to cancel like 5 clients and always get them in within the week, and literally say to them, you guys, I'm so sorry. My fucking hemorrhoids are back, blah, blah, blah. And their response would be, oh, Susan, feel better. Yeah, Friday's fine or whatever. So I worked Wednesdays and Thursdays. Like those are my 2 days. You guys, I started out working 7 days a week. I mean, we worked hard for what we have. I have 67 clients. I thinned it out through the pandemic, but, so I just focused on the gratefulness, and I was already working on my mindset. So I'd go start a new show, and I'd lay down and I would just focus on my gratefulness. Now, with that said, I was also focusing on those dang hemorrhoids, wasn't I? I was babying them, and I was focusing on them, and I was just like coddling them. So I ended up with this like insane hip pain. This was last year. Baseball season had started, and we were driving like maybe a half hour, an hour to get to games. But it was like, I shouldn't be having hip pain. I don't work out anymore. I have a hernia in my tummy. I'm allergic to my own sweat. I used to be a hardcore worker-outer. I used to run up mountains. I used to do hot-ass yoga, like insane worker-outer. Then I got a hernia, and I'm like, okay, well, with hernias, they can either stay the same or they can get worse. I didn't want a surgery. And it's just a little bloop, bloop above my belly button. I'm decided to I don't need to hold a plank for 3 minutes. I don't need to do that anymore. It's okay. We can do yoga. There's other things. I mean, even though the yoga I was doing was hardcore, now I just do my stretching and my stuff at home, and I'm very gentle to my body. But, just got a little sidetracked there. So during baseball season, was this excruciating hip pain. I was doing castor oil packs on it. It was helping, but there was no reason for me to have pain, like literally. So I was going to my acupuncturist. I got rid of my, acupuncture is so amazing, you guys. If you can go to acupuncture, oh my gosh. But he made this comment like, are you sure there's something else not going on? And I was like, yes, I do think there's something else going on, but what? Then I was vocal with it to a client, and she said same thing's going on with me, and she had gone through some major freaking trauma, like, oh my God, trauma. And she said she read this book, Healing Back Pain by Dr. Sarno. It is all about us storing our repressed emotions, and like the pain is definitely real, but it's, oh my God, but it's not. It's like literally we are creating our own pain. And so I read this book. Did I bring my affirmations over there? I read this book, Healing Back Pain by Dr. Sarno. And the issue or the condition is called TMS, which I keep forgetting to look up what that even means. But look at my new setup here, just real quick. That's my new setup. It's like this. Okay, real quick. That couch right there is actually this couch. And I just did a little rigmarole. It's broken. I don't even know how old. I think we've had that couch since one of our first couches, but it's so comfy. And this is me. This is my frugalness. If it's not broke, don't fix it. This is literally broke. I don't want. It's serving its purpose. Where are my daily reminders, Kelly? But literally, where did I just put them? Is that them? Oh, there they are. Okay. Sorry. Now I've made a mess. So the other thing that we can do is like getting little, like if you are someone like I have OCD, and so I do like things very tidy, and I've tried to tell this to my kids too, like, and my son who's going away to college, I'm like, dude, you have to start being better about cleaning up your space, keeping things tidy around you. I remember things easily. That is so true, Kelly. I've like literally made videos about it. Like, when you Or I find things easily. I find things easily. When you misplace something, instead of saying, oh, shoot, I can never find it, say, I find things easily. I find things easily. My son has literally ran over, like, I remember one time in my salon, he ran over and he was like, Mom, I used my trick. You used your trick. I find things easily. And he, like, found his wallet. So that's the other thing. Or, like, I am constantly, not anymore, I'm only saying this to tell you, but I promise you, I'm focusing. My body moves faster than my brain. Or I am constantly running into things. I mean, ADHD, right? Just blah, blah, blah. But I was like, I'm looking at my toe because I have a like pretty good injury on my toe. I kept stubbing it on the same place, on the same chair. And then me and my husband did all this freaking yard work and I just kept doing stupid things and getting injured. And so finally I started saying, like, I am always aware of my surroundings. I always am aware of what's around me. My brain works just as fast as my body. Like, I started doing these things. And I gotta say, since doing that, I really haven't bunged up myself too much, but it's little things like that. So yeah, I find things easily. So I sit here in the mornings, and like I said earlier, so like I was going on these lives in the mornings, and instead of focusing on like writing, like saying, oh, today's going to be great, I was getting almost stressed out about going live because that's just what you do. It's kind of intimidating to go live. Like, you don't know if people are going to enjoy you or whatever, or like that asshole or that person that came on, and it was so rude, right? And it was like, why? I think I got through it pretty well, but still, it kind of like shakes you up, right? So anyways, I know that I need to focus on a better spot, watch my birds, write down my own affirmations, and then come on and help others. Because the life hack of life is to help yourself feel good, is to help others feel good. And not so much, that does not mean taking care of your family all the freaking time, right? Because if they aren't seeing it, but it's just little things. Like when you go to that coffee stand, tell her how adorable she is, right? Tell her, oh my God, I love your nails. I don't know what it is. It just make others feel good. Okay, so real quick, my little vacuum went off. You guys probably can't even hear that though, right? Let me know if that gets annoying or loud. I love those little robo vacuums. Love. Okay, so Dr. Sarno, Healing Back Pain is the book. Everything's in my Schmamazon storefront, you guys. And I always say this too, I listen to mine on Audible. If you don't have an Audible account, I bet you could sign up for free, and I bet you could get your first book for free. I'm just saying, like, it's 3.5 hours. You got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose except for your pain and inflammation in your body. You heard the beep. I know it's that funny. It's like, oh, it must be, it goes off at 8, I think. Okay, Dr. Sarno, 12 daily reminders. And you guys can totally Google these and print them out at home. I have this on my fridge. I had it on my fridge for probably 3 months, and then my hip pain and hemorrhoids were gone within 3 days. But I kept doing it, kept reading it. And I think we forget, like, oh, is Audible a part of the Prime? I think you can it could be, actually, maybe. I think Audible might be part of the Prime membership. I used to have a book in my ear consistently because I didn't want to be alone with my own thoughts. So now that I love myself again, it's good to be alone with my own thoughts because now they're positive. They're like, you're doing a great job, Susan, and keep it up. And, it's kind of crazy when you start loving yourself. And that little dick earlier that was on here, like, isn't that selfish? No, I'm like literally the least selfish person I know. I will give the shirt off my back. Like, it's almost to a fault. I need to be more selfish. I need to be nicer to myself and not feel like I need to give to others to receive love. See, that was the problem. I was like, I'm such a giver, and givers give and takers take. But if they're taking and they're not valuing you, then what the hell is the point of giving so much? You got to give to the people who need it, right? I need to turn this off. It's annoying me. Boop. Sorry, off brand. This is my little Eufy. I love it. And actually, I need to make coffee too. No, we will do 12 daily reminders. Let's do them standing because I do want to make more coffee. I love this. Here, look, it's like I'm standing. I'm going to say it to the world, okay? I'm going to say it to my birds. 12 daily reminders. Okay. Ready? Oh, good. There's 92 of you. Oh, good. You guys, and you can Google these too, okay? So this is Dr. Sarno, Healing Back Pain. I got rid of lifelong pain in my body in 3 days from reading this book and then doing these 12 steps. Okay. The pain is due to TMS, not to a structural abnormality. The direct reason for the pain is mild oxygen deprivation. TMS is a harmless condition caused by my repressed emotions. The principal emotion is my repressed anger. TMS exists only to distract my attentions from the emotions. Since my body is basically normal, there is nothing to fear. Therefore, physical activity is not dangerous, and I must resume all normal physical activity. I will not be concerned or intimidated by the pain. I will shift my attention from pain to the emotional issues. I intend to be in control, not my subconscious mind. I will think philosophical at all times, not physical. So if you have a legit pain, right? If you've had an injury, don't be powering through your pain. And they make that very clear in the book. Like, don't do things. But in my case, my hip pain, I had no injury. I am a petite person who works out. I am a stretcher. I mean, you guys, I am a yoga girl, and I was doing gentle yoga, and there was no reason for my pain. And then the hemorrhoids, I realized that it really was stress induced and this repressed anger and emotions from my past and my childhood. But I always say this, like, I had such a great childhood. My parents are amazing, and they did the best they could for what they knew. They both had kind of hard childhoods. I had this very strong personality, and I would probably, just blah. My mom is more passive. So I spent a lot of time with this crazy things going on in my brain alone, like in my room, not having a mom who was like, hey, coddly. She's not a coddler. My mom is my best friend. I love everything about her. I think it was good that she let me she didn't know, right? And then my dad, amazing dad, but he was kind of your typical, like, he got home from working hard on all day and went on the couch, and but I mean, like, seriously, my parents are the best. My mom is my best friend, and I never went through that mean girl stage and didn't like their mom. My mom was always my best friend. Thank you. Healing. Oh, yeah, perfect, you guys. Yeah. Thank you, Kelly B. Yeah, you guys, it's in my Shmamazon storefront. If you go to the link above my videos, it'll take you there. And it just, if you scroll down, you have to go to my main Amazon. I should actually pin it up top. But anyways, or you can just Google it. I don't even think I make anything off it. It's just there. So anyways, I just realized, like, I had to let that go, because I don't know if I was hanging on to it. Like, it was good that I had to get through these things. Everything we go through is for a reason. So the fact that I'm learning this all now in my freaking 40s, and my children being able to watch me go through this transformation, and them realizing that manifestations and you are what you tell yourself works, like getting through that hard shit, like it works. My younger son literally manifested a new teacher. I mean, he manifested his growth. And then my older son, he's got it just dialed in. I mean, and it's because of me. I mean, it's because of all of us. It's because of my husband too, and them watching him change. Like, we've all changed so much. And me and my husband have been together for 25 years. Like, people can fucking change, okay? That's all I'm saying. And you have to be willing, and you have to know. I mean, it doesn't matter what age you are. You can be the best version of yourself, and you can reinvent yourself at any time you want. You can freaking do it. Okay, you guys, okay. Oh, do you have to take off, Anita? Okay, I love you. I'm gonna make some more coffee. So we need to set mini goals for your day. Set mini goals for your week, right? Oh, sorry. Susan, have you read Bodybuilding to Heal Yourself, Martha, Back? I have not. You know what's so funny about me, you guys? What am I trying to do here? So same with like the book. When something clicks for me, it clicks, and I don't need any more. And it's like, it works for me. So like the book, This Naked Mind by Annie Grace, for example, like I loved it. It was like, it worked. I will never drink again. And then I did have one of those moments where my goal, because everyone around me drank, every single person in my life drank and liked to drink. I mean, everyone. And people didn't want me. I mean, honestly, I think even right now, people wish that I could drink a little bit. I think people wish that it would be easier for people if I had a couple beers in front of them, because I think people don't get it. Like, well, why aren't you drinking? Well, I have an issue. I can't drink anymore. I originally did try to, I went 100 days alcohol free. And then I remember it was Mother's Day, and me and my mom went to our local little bar, which we love. And I said, you know what? I think I'm going to have a mimosa. And my mom was like, okay, like everyone. And then I remember coming home and telling my husband, I had a mimosa. And he was like, oh, okay. Like, it was almost like, oh, do we get her? Is she back? Even though, I mean, I was fun and everything, but it's just because when everyone else is drinking, it's weird. It's weird that people don't like it when you don't drink and they're drinking. I mean, some people. So anyways, I can admit this to you now because my husband didn't even know it, but I remember there being a little bit of vodka in our freezer. And I had that, I think I only had that one mimosa, and obviously I was buzzed from it, right? And two of our guy friends randomly, like I have this guy friend that he was my first friend, not my first friend. When he moved here, anyways, he was from Maine, and he's so, you guys, he could have his own reality show. His name is Zeb. He is a hoot. And anyways, where's my little thingy? You guys, oh, there it is. Sorry. Multitasking. He randomly like texted me on Mother's Day and said, hey, I have a gift for you. And so him and this other guy were going to stop by, and I knew they were going to be all tuned up. I mean, like in every way you can think of. So I have to show you what he made me. Put water in there. So when I stopped by his house one time, I complimented on him on this thing that he was making, and he made this comment like, it's Mother's Day and you're the only person that would appreciate it. Where did I put that thing? So he made me, sorry, I know I'm being annoying. I'm trying to multitask. Let me make my coffee. Hold on. Someone on here the other day was like, can you get back to the point? And I'm like, I just don't think I can. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be all over the place, but I eventually get there, and Kelly B usually helps me. Oh, it was recommended to me by a holistic practitioner. Oh, nice. See, that's the thing, Kay. It's like, I don't even need it, right? Like, and why waste my calories on non-alcoholic? Or not even calories, like, if it's not good for me. But anyways, okay, so my friend was going to be stopping by. Oh, I know where he put it. It's really beautiful what he made me. Let me show it to you real quick. This is my bedroom. You guys, don't make your bed. Remember, in the mornings, even if you don't night sweat, we all get a little moist. So just fling your covers back in the morning. Okay. This is what he made me. This is like a piece of wood right here. I can put flowers in. I was using it as like there's a hole there. Isn't that beautiful? And you can put flowers here. So anyways, the point is, I was like, oh God, they're just gonna stop by. So I went into that freezer and I took a shot of vodka. And then right before they got there, I took another shot. This was literally after 100 plus days, I think 105 days of not drinking. And I told myself, well, it's only going to be today. So that's why I can do it. Now, I had the same mentality because I've had every eating disorder you can think of. And then, I think when we went on Weight Watchers to support my sister, and then I got majorly controlled by it. I do think Weight Watchers is good as far as like, everything in moderation, but I took that to the extreme. And I used to do the same thing where it's like, okay, I just restrict. And then like, ooh, I'm going to go for it on Sunday, and then just binge until you're sick. So I thought, okay, I was just going to binge that one day. And even my husband made a comment to me like, God, did you drink more? Because he could always tell. And I was like, no, you know how I get? I just get like people high, which I do. I get very like, actually Zeb is the same way. We get like people drunk, right? Like I'm an introverted extrovert. I would rather be at home, but if I'm going to be out, I'm going to be the life of the party. My dad's the same way. It's like, it's hard to get him there, but if he's there, he's going to be fun. I mean, it's an introverted extrovert. It's, and that's when like the drinking excuse would come in. But really, I think for a lot of us, it's just an excuse. I mean, it's uncomfortable to be in your own feelings sometimes, but it's just what you got to do. So anyways, that day I decided to and I talked to the kids about it. I decided like, okay, I can have a better relationship with alcohol. So about 2 months, I really was doing good. I mean, I think I didn't get drunk ever. I think I only had maybe a glass. I don't even really remember. Even my friend's birthday that I helped plan. I remember that night, like, my thing, I was always taking sips, I was taking just enough sips where I was probably feeling it. So anyways, it didn't take too long for me to go back to my old tricks, which were maybe taking a shot before I would leave. I just wanted that edge off. That first shot. And you guys, before, I have to make this very clear. I was a beer drinker only. I was Miller Lite. My maiden name is Miller, and we would say Miller time. I would drink bars out of Miller Lite multiple times. It was my claim to fame. You guys, I am a petite person. I could take down a 24 pack in a day. I I'm not proud of that, but it was only beer, and I never did hard alcohol because I was always like, I know where I'm at with beer, and I don't need to accelerate it. I'm gonna get there. So, anyways, I met this amazing group of women who I feel bad about because I like completely abandoned them. I feel like, but I'm just too different now. I can't even. But anyways, they introduced me to vodka, and it was so funny because they own a brewery, but they are just this awesome group of girls who I couldn't have anything, nothing in common with. It's just crazy how different we were. But in that moment, it was like I needed them, and they were my party. And just great friends too. And they would come to my, don't spill the coffee, Spanky. This spot is even more funny than my little spot over there because I have to get all situated. So anyways, they were just a hoot, and they would come to my salon, and we would have these Monday fun day hair days and just get loaded. And then they were involved like with the local bands, and so we were going out dancing, and I loved the bands, and I was having a midlife crisis. That's what I think it was. I think it was but still a very high functioning, best mom. Oh, thank you so much. This is the apartment above my garage, actually. I live separate from my family now. You guys, people are always like, what? If my family's home, I'm over there. Don't worry. But when they're at school or when things have settled down in the night and it's time to go to bed, this is where, good morning, Rocks girl. I've been on for like a long time. So I was back to my old tricks, and I started drinking again. And then it was my son, my 15-year-old son. Vivid, we were driving right down this road. And I must have said to him, like, oh, I don't feel good, or I'm tired. I was always very vocal with my kids. Everything is out front in this family. There is no lies. We talk about everything. And I remember I must have told him I didn't feel well. And he said to me, because they celebrated me at my 100 days sobriety. They wrote me letters. I woke up with like balloons, I think, or maybe flowers. And it was so sweet. And I really did think I could have a better relationship with alcohol. I really did. But so anyways, we were driving down the road, and he turned to me. He said, Mom, are you going to do that 100 days again? I stopped for the rest of my life. What was that? March 25th. Oh, I don't even know the date. I should know the date of my sobriety, shouldn't I? I'll have to figure that out. But anyways, I'm two and a few months free now, alcohol free. Oh, you know what? I have it on my phone. Oh, there's this really great app called Stop Drinking. I literally think it's called. Oh, aren't those cool? These are from the co-op. Beep, beep. I put them on today. I'm like wearing sweatpants, but because my hair is up, it's funny how you do feel a little more put together. I have acne patches on and no makeup, but these make you feel good. Oh, Kelly B, thank you. I know it was, and how cool, how proud of my son am I that, it says we've detected inactivity. Isn't that hilarious when it says it's detected inactivity? Like, could I be more active? I just literally hearted myself. You guys, if you tap that screen, that heart will fill up right there and confetti will rain down. It just like pushes out my algorithm. But make sure you're following me up there. If you're not yet, I'm bearing my soul. You better be following me. I'm gonna plug my phone in. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, so the app I used, you guys, it's just called Quit Drinking. Here. It looks like that. It's that one right there. It's literally called Quit Drinking. And it says, I'm 2 years and 83 days and 1 hour alcohol free. So what would make my date? Someone out there, I'm sure that is very smart. If I asked my son this, he would know it. But if I'm 2 years, 83 days sober, then what date is my alcohol free date? You know what I mean? Anyways, so right when he asked me that question, I stopped for good, and I just realized that I am someone who I can't have it in moderation. Now, that kind of launches into the eating, like all the eating things, right? Like, it's like, I wish I didn't have to eat ever again because the food issues, 2 years and 83 days. Yes. So what is that so when was that then? Like, I don't even know the date in my brain. Is it March 5th or something? I do that every time, you guys. I forget I make fresh coffee and it's freaking hot. So anyways, I re-listened to the book, This Naked Mind by Annie Grace. And I just, and I did like to listen to things. I think it's the way I learn. I mean, I'm a good fast reader, but I have to be able to walk around and do things. I learn better if I'm multitasking. Driving came very easily to me. Typing came really easily to me. Parenting came really, like things that you have to do. Like, being a hairstylist. You guys, my clients, hour and a half, March 5th. Thank you, Renee. See, I knew, thank you. I think it's March 5th. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, March 5th, 2022. I should write that down somewhere. March 5th. Oh, shoot. I got sidetracked. Oh, what was I talking about? Thank you guys for figuring that out. March 5th. Okay. Never drinking again. I'm someone who just has those tendencies, eating. Well, yeah. So I reread the book. Oh, yeah. That's what I do. So being a hairdresser was like the first thing, because I didn't fit into that pyramid scheme of school. My kids do. Well, I mean, my older son, like that, the school system could have been written for him. He is so effing smart. He's going to Montana State. You guys, he literally, I'm raising very white boys, okay? There's no, we're not getting lost. Anyways, he got this scholarship that he's been working on since 8th grade. I cannot stress enough how much academics don't mean shit to me. Because that school system did not really work for me. I mean, I did just enough to pass, but I didn't understand it. My child is so smart, I can't even handle it. And he literally is he's putting himself through college on his own fucking merit. Sorry for swearing. We're just so proud of him. But anyway, so when I finally went into beauty school or cosmetology school, it clicked. It was the first thing, well, other than driving and the blah, blah, blah. But as far as like, it just clicked. Because it was like, we're hands-on, right? One of the funniest thing, you guys, I went to G. Morez, which was like the best school to go to, because my parents said, if you're going to do it, make sure you do it right. I think it cost $8,000. Isn't that funny? My parents didn't payments. I actually didn't even realize how broke we were growing up. I grew up in the woods. I thought we were rich. Anyways. And so it clicked for me. Like I was able to it just really worked for me being hands-on. But that's what I was going to say. I was like one of the only people in like G. Morez history that I got like 100% on all my practicals. I failed my written almost twice. Is that not funny? My husband could have passed the written one for me. Do you know that you take the cosmetology written exam at the DMV? Did anyone know that? Is that not hilarious? So the first one, my husband didn't go with me. Well, actually, I think he was my boyfriend at the time. We might have been engaged. No, we were still boyfriend, girlfriend. And I took the first one by myself, like locally, and I failed. And it was raining. I remember just being like, I remember calling, because I already had a job lined up at the only spa in town. And she was just waiting for me because they were like, ooh, G. Morez, we want you. And so I failed. And of course I called my new boss and she's like, oh my God. So she knew. She's like, don't even worry about it. Who cares about the written? Because you had to know things about like I remember one of the nail diseases is called onychophagy. Like you had to know about nails. You had to talk about, yes, the DMV. I'm not even kidding. So anyways, my husband, we had flashcards. I am not even exaggerating. He could have aced that test. So we had to drive all the way to Olympia, I think 3 hours, so I could take it again. And then I finally passed. But it was hard for me. And here, I graduated early. I graduated 3 weeks before my classmates. I won every award you could think of. And I'm not saying that in like in a bragging way. It was like, imagine, going through grade school and high school, struggling. And then finally, like the only thing I knew after high school was that I wasn't going to college. You know what I mean? So that's why I think it's so funny that I have this brainiac. Lincoln has like photographic memory almost. Plus he's like, my kids are so well-rounded and I'm just so proud of them. My younger son, he's a little smarty pants too. However, he's like a little bit more like me. Like, I don't know if I could see him necessarily going to a 4-year. I could see Lincoln. I mean, he could be a doctor if he wanted, but you know what? I'm very, very adamant about telling my children and telling anyone. Look, my husband is a perfect example. What does your rich life look like? Not money. My husband's, okay, this is a cool story. My husband's boss now used to be my husband's credit analyst. So we have always known, my husband has coached everything. He works at a bank. He's a banker. And the cool thing about working at a bank is they want you to be involved in your community. So he's on the Rotary. He was on the Hospital Board Foundation. He's volunteers for everything. He's board president of this, that, and the other. So proud of him. We call him Mr. Burlington. But luckily his bank, they want you to be involved. But he could have, been in a manager role. He could have done a lot of things which would have increased his salary, but he wouldn't have been able to go to freaking Oak Harbor for a track meet, or which is like an hour away from us, or there's so many things that he would have missed out on. Who cares about the money? Like we actually love having these months of, okay, we need to reel it in. Okay, don't go out and eat. Don't stop and get coffee. There's so many things that you can do to reel it in. There is no amount of money that can take away our home time. So got this brainiac son, and he has a girlfriend. They just celebrated their 2-year anniversary. I honestly think they could make it. I mean, I really do. They're so mature about it. But I really have made sure that he, like, I know he has a great big brain. I know he could be some like brain surgeon or something, but he does talk about wanting a family, and he does talk about, that. And so it's like right now he's going to be an engineer, and I think it's chemical engineering. I can't quite remember, but we have a ton of great, even local, amazing places that he could work if he wants to work at home or come back to Washington State. He might want to stay in Montana. I support my kids, whatever they want to do. I mean, honestly, like when you're a mom of boys, especially now that he has a girlfriend, I know that I'm the second phone call. That's how it should be. I know that we're just going to help as much as we can. He's 18. I feel like I've done my parenting, and now I'm just here for advice or whatever he needs. But, he's on. He can do it. I have all the faith in the world, even though I've very much micromanaged, and I still wake him up every morning with a foot rub. But I know that he's on his way to success and that he can do it on his own. But I just really want to make sure that he, work a 9 to 5. Be home. And my someday daughter-in-law, she's going to be some freaking nurse, and she's so smart, and she's going to nursing. So, he's going to have a very, very full-time working wife, maybe. I mean, if that's what she ends up choosing to do. And so anyways, I just wish that money and college and degrees, and I just wish it wasn't so focused on in school, because it's so not true. You can literally make money doing anything you want as long as you're happy and as long as you just have the work ethic. I mean, that's the thing. It's like you can have your dreams come true, but you have to freaking work. I mean, when I first started doing hair, I was 7 days a week. I was working at the only spa at the time. Where I live, I swear it is spas and coffee stands and POT shops. I mean, that is where I live, on every corner. I mean, I can't even believe the amount of spas there are. And I mean, it's funny. I would love to show you how many of those 3 things that we have in this area. It's pretty amazing, pretty funny. But at that time, I mean, I was working there, and then I also was working I had my own little setup almost in Glenhaven where my husband lived, but I knew it was before I was a mom. I was 19. I had nothing but time. My husband was in college. He was working. I actually paid for my husband's college. He worked 2 jobs in the summer, construction with my dad, Red Robin at night. We had strong work ethic, and I'm so glad we did. So yeah, his credit analyst is now his boss, and he's making more money, but it's stressful. He has a stressful job, and my husband does not. My husband works his job, and he comes home. The only time that my husband's job was insanely stressful was during the pandemic and whatnot, those PPP loans. I don't know if anyone was in that, but is your hair not long, Sherry? So anyways, that's my story this morning, you guys. Yeah. Being a parent and going through everything I went through at this time in my life is just, it all happened for a reason. And I'm so thankful that I went through it, because I can literally look at the things that happened in this one particular circumstance that happened that it literally almost broke me. You guys, imagine all this happiness down. I was in this corner, almost melting into the floor. I couldn't get away from my husband fast. I was just who is this person and what is going on in our life? It was weird. It's an outer body experience. I literally thought I should go to the hospital. I was losing my brain. This situation that was happening was unbelievable. But we got through it, and wow, did we go through it. And my husband because he didn't know what to do. We didn't, and it wasn't a cheating thing, by the way, but it was a family thing, and we were so trapped, and we didn't know, but we got through it together, and wow, did we go through it together. And boundaries happened, and it's just incredible. I mean, boundaries are what I really have learned too, and I even learned it from one of his brothers, who was pretty much because I have to take care of everyone. If someone needs help, especially if they're family members, I thought I had to take care of them. No, this family of 4, me, my husband, Lincoln Damon, that is who I need to take care of. Everyone else, they're on their own. I mean, you know what I mean? Givers give and takers take, and I just gave a little too much and to the wrong people. And it was definitely time to just focus on us. And oh my gosh, the boundaries have what an amazing thing to have, boundaries. I didn't know. It was almost like we didn't know we were allowed to. Me and my husband had always rescued everyone, and it was just what we did. And I just have really learned, like, once you have kids, that is your family. And we've always been so lucky. My mother-in-law and my own parents, they've never pressured us. Like, if it's not like we have to be here Christmas Eve and you have to be here Christmas Day. They both have always been like, whatever works for you guys, that's the mom I'm going to be. That's the grandparents we're going to be. Right when my kids have kids, we are on your schedule. And guess what? If you have to cancel the half hour before because you are stressed out and your kid's losing their mind, no biggie. So my mom has really, I mean, it's just, oh man, I'm so glad that I have that knowledge. I have a lot of freaking clients and people who, like, they had to be here because that's what they always did. Those parents, and of course I love my parents, but they're doing great. I don't know. When you have family, when you have your own life, it's that's what you need to focus on, right? Is that bond right here. And if you can help others, great, but not at your own detriment. I mean, I can't believe I get this apartment for myself now, and I know that I deserve it, and it's so wonderful. Me and my husband and my dad literally built this apartment, like the two of them, the garage apartment. And then when we built our main house, we rented it out. For years and years we rented it out, and it was great. And then it just, life happened where a family member, it was in this moment in our lives where my drinking was not good. It was like the pandemic. It was so many things were going on. And you know what else too, you guys? It's like we are what we put in our bodies, right? So what we were watching, like the news was definitely, if you're watching the news, and I don't care what side of the news you were watching, it was just really gearing both sides up to hate each other and to be sad and scared. And so I even told, like, my husband, like, you have to watch something happy before bed because you are just getting too worked up with what's going on in the world. And even my sister kind of randomly said the same thing about her husband. Like, if he watches like Parks and Rec before bed, if that's what he's watching, then he's more pleasant. So keep that in mind, what you're putting in your body before you go to bed or even throughout the day. Like, what are you watching? What are you, it's just because even the music you listen to, and you guys, it is true. The music, there is subliminal messages in it. I mean, the Taylor Swift, actually, I better be careful. I've gotten kicked off for talking about this stuff. So anyways, just be careful what you're listening to, especially before bed. Like, I actually have learned, I don't look at my phone anymore before bed. I try and like walk around my apartment. I try and talk out loud and just say, I don't know anything. I say all my affirmations. I mean, life is going to be so great. Everything happens for me. Everything is happening the way it needs to happen. Like, that's what I do before bed. And then I go to bed. And then same thing first thing in the morning. I just really, I am happy, I'm healthy, I'm pain-free. And then making sure that, like, mentally everything's good. And then maybe I'll jump on my phone to start checking things out. Being intentional. Yeah, I know, right? Good morning, Yvette. I know, just knowing, like, you are what you tell yourself. You are the own algorithm of your life. That's what I've been telling my kids lately. Like, you literally are what you tell yourself and then what you spew out. So the more goodness you can tell yourself, the more it's going to start oozing out of you. Even things like, I say out loud, my husband meets all my emotional needs. My husband is always telling me that he's proud of me. My husband, and it's working. And am I telling him that? No, but we have communicated so much. Like, I remember, like, just a month ago, I am very good at praising everyone around me. If you mow that lawn, you better believe I'm literally down there like, oh my God, this looks so good. And it's true, because I love telling people exactly what I know they want to hear. And I'm good at it. I know people's emotional needs, and I know what people want to hear. And my husband is a hard worker, and him and his buddies have these, like, lawn lines matter or something. I mean, it's so funny. They're, like, obsessed with their lawn lines, the lines in their lawn. And and telling people that. And I like to remind my husband, like, I say to him, like, I love that you are this strong man that can do all these things. So the other day he texted me and he said, we have a really good text message relationship too, by the way. That's another story. But he texted me like, I love it when you tell me that you're proud of me. I love it when you tell me that the lawn looks good. It was a really sweet, him telling me that he was appreciative of me telling him that I'm appreciative. Is there anything better than that? So a couple weekends ago, we were just busting our ass on our yard, and we worked so hard on our yard. It's just like, I can't wait for my mom to see it. She hasn't been here in a while. And my Aunt Mary's coming, and she's a master gardener. So I'm really excited for them to see our hard work. And I'm talking weeks in a row, we were singing each other's praises. So he would, because we did like mulch and stuff. So like he would do the mulch and I would spread it out. And we were just constantly like, oh my God, that looks so good. And oh my God, great job. That looks awesome. Like, just complimenting each other and realizing like we both need that. I want my husband to tell me that he is proud of me. Like I need that from him. And now he knows that I need that from him. And it's so great. So one thing about my husband is that he is not like me. And so when okay, castor oil stain right there. When you're talking to me, if you tell me a story, I am all yours, and I am engaging, and I love it, and it's true. My son will talk to he will talk to me about calculus, and I don't know anything he's talking about, but I am there. I am committed to his story, and I want to be, and he knows that. And so, just being able to really engage with each other, right? So my husband, this is him. Okay, I'm gonna be me, and then I'm gonna be him. Matt, oh my gosh, guess what? I had over 100 people watching me on my live. This is him. That long. Oh, you did? Wow, Susan, that's really great. He does not give me quick responses. He does not give me the reactions. Like if he came over to me and said, Susan, guess what? I'd be like, what? Oh my gosh, tell me what? I am so like you. I'm a person you want to tell me your story because I love making people happy because I really do love listening to people's stories. So I need to know that about him. Like it just takes him a very long time to respond. And back in the day, I literally would like leave the room. I wouldn't even wait for his response because I was so pissed that he wasn't answering me quick enough. He literally, like his brain, you guys, he gets the information, then he has to process it. And then I think he creates a little picture and then he responds. When you're talking to me, I've already answered it. I already know your story and I already know what you're going to say next. It's just, we are so different in that way. So when we text with each other, and if he uses an exclamation point in his text messages, that's all I need. I'm like, oh my gosh, he is so excited. I'm like envisioning him being like, wow, you're so great. So as long as I can envision that, or if he sends me funny emojis or funny like GIFs, oh my gosh, like GIFs, not GIFTs, but it's just funny. Words of affirmation. Yeah, I know. Isn't that funny, Renee? Does castor oil help with acne? Yes, it does. Very much so. Cystic acne, helps with sinuses. Castor oil does everything for you is what it does. I actually, the other day when I made that half castor oil, half coconut oil, half or 10 drops rosemary oil. I love that you guys are doing that. You're so cute. It turned hard because the coconut oil got hard. And that is like the perfect that would be the perfect face concoction to put on. Here, let me go grab it real quick. Doot, doot, doot. Okay. These pants are so comfortable and they're organic. Okay, where is that thing? So look, we made this, what, was it yesterday I did that? Or 2 days ago? 2 days ago. Yeah. This is half cup coconut oil, half cup castor oil, and then 10 drops rosemary oil, which actually I think we could have done you can do way more way more essential oils. But look, now it's nice and hard. And so you could take that, rub that in your belly button. This would be great for your skin. I used it all over my feet. My feet look freaking fantastic. So I love that. So maybe that should be one of my goals today is to make a video about that. Don't fall, gotta get cross-legged. I know my goal today too, though, it's like, I always have my grounding mat plugged in, but, getting our feet on the ground, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, my toe is okay, Kelly. It's just like this big scab, but I actually am pretty proud of myself. I haven't picked it as I'm picking it. Ooh, yeah, I might have to pick that. It's pretty good. Okay, it's pretty gross though. I was talking about that earlier, Kelly, like how I re-stubbed my toe like over and over and over again. Good morning, Tonya. See, Tonya? I was just saying it earlier, like it's like it's not overwhelming. It's intimidating trying to pronounce people's names. I'm not good at it. I always know how to pronounce people's names. That's my new affirmation. People need to spell out their names phonetically for me because that's what works. Okay, so let's do these affirmations again because I really liked them. You guys, if you can't figure out affirmations, literally just go to like a chat GBT, or like even Bing has a free, will you spell it phonetically for me? To me, it looks like Tanya. That would be kind of cute if it was Tanya. Okay, affirmations. I am capable of achieving my goals. I believe in myself and my abilities. Every day I am getting better and stronger. I am worthy of success and happiness. I attract positivity and abundance. I am grateful for all that I have. I choose to focus on the good in my life. So true. So important. Because I spent a lot of times like, why is this happening to me? Why did that person do that to me? Like, this is my big thing. Actually, hold on. Oh no, I will say that. I learned this too. I can't even believe I haven't said this yet. So when you are in like a state of depression and whatnot, it's a lot of times it's when you are thinking about the past. Why did this happen to me? Why did these people do this to me? You're rethinking about these situations in your life. Stress and anxiety is what we're thinking about in the future. I have to see this person. What if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? Like, we're just so focused on that. Being happy and being able to live in the present moment, like right now, I'm not worried about anything there. I'm definitely done with my past. F that. I am only focusing on what I have achieved from my past versus then anything negative, right? Everything I went through, it was for a reason. So now I literally am able to live in this moment right now, talking to you guys. I'm not worried about anything else right now. There's major stuff going on in our life. Our son is graduating. Our younger son is promoting. We have a huge ass party we're hosting. There's so many. I was really proud of myself. I just got out. I stuffed with little inserts, like 100 and something graduation announcements and invites to a party we're going to have. But then we had to kind of switch things around, and oh my gosh, we had to make 2 different invites. It was because we didn't want to invite like, oh my gosh. Anyways, so I do have a lot of stuff I could stress on, but no, I have the day. So, Tanya. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Tanya. Yeah. Isn't that funny when parents do that? Like, why not name your kid something that you can just pronounce, right? You're always going to get your name pronounced wrong. What's the point of that? Sorry. Your name is gorgeous though. I didn't mean to be a biatch. Oh shoot. What was I talking about? I'll take a sip of coffee. I remember things easily. I never lose my train of thought. I remember things easily. So yeah, just being able to live. Oh, setting a time to stress. Almost like, okay, there's these things I need to get taken care of. So this hour, I'm going to focus on this stressful situation, and I'm going to make a plan. And then I'm going to let that go. I'm going to know that we have a plan, and now I'm going to focus on what right now. What do I want to do in this moment? So it's almost like allowing yourself to have these times of getting things figured out and times of stress, but then saying like, okay, that is where that's going to be. Like, I'm just going to leave it there, and then we're going to focus on happiness. And another thing about affirmations and manifestations, you guys, what I've really learned, like, if you can feel like what I like to do, and my kids' sports have helped me a lot. On my way to like a baseball game, I will try to envision my son like making a catch, and the way I feel, like I almost can get teary-eyed because I'm so proud of him. Or like, I'll envision him at graduation, like holding up his diploma or something, and feeling those emotions. And so being able to feel the emotions of what you want to manifest is just so huge. And if you don't know how, it's like, try to be proud of yourself. I mean, that is so huge. Trying to feel proudness in some way. And it can be proud, like, you should be proud of yourself that you've watched me for this long. And like, maybe you've written down an affirmation. I hope that you tell yourself that you're proud of yourself for doing that, because that's huge. I mean, you didn't have to do this today, and then you did. And like, yay for you and yay for me, right? I didn't have to do this today. I had anxiety before I got on. Like, literally, I was going to get on at 7, and then I started printing out all this stuff, and I thought, oh, this is going to be my new thing. We're going to do Mindset Monday and Transformation Tuesday, and I actually wrote it all down. We're going to do It's going to do Mindset and Motivation Monday, Transformation Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Thankful Thursday, Focus Friday, Self-Love Saturday, and I don't remember what Sunday was. Set Intention Sunday. So wouldn't that be fun to start doing that? Oh, thank you, Zane. I love you. Love listening to me. Oh, and then magnesium spray. So I just thought it would be fun. I'm definitely in a crossroads. I don't even one of my things today is set a clear goal for the week, plan and prioritize tasks, reflect on what motivates you. Those are like goals for the week. But I don't know what my goal is still. I'm still like kind of confused at like this app and like, sorry, I got a little hot flash here. All the positivity. Yes. Oh, I love that. Oh yeah. Good. I love that. Yeah, I missed those ideas. Love that. So seriously, I'm in this crossroads. Like, should I be wanting to make videos right now? Like, is that what I'm supposed to be doing? Because I make a video and then lately, maybe they're getting taken down because you guys, again, this is my backup account. My main account is right here. I'll put some hearts on the screen and make sure you're all following me up there, etc. And if you go to my profile and support on this account, so this is my backup account right here where I have gotten so many videos taken down and it's just unreal. Now they're just like literally taking followers away from me. I have 199,000. I had 199.2. It's crazy and it just happens when you start making a little bit too much sense. So this is my backup account that we're on right now. And I even have a third account. It's so funny how I am a little confused at what I should be doing. I don't have any income coming in right now because my account's being down, but I've saved and saved and saved. I just retired from doing hair for 25 years, but I saved a year of salary. I would have never done that if not, because look, I know. So anyways, I'm at this crossroads where I don't know if I should just be doing this and not making any money, or should I try to make videos? And so it's funny like how I don't, like right now, I'm being very transparent. I don't know what my goal is. Oh, I did write down go on a hike. So, it's just funny and that's okay. I do know that everything's going to work out. I'm not sad that I can't figure out a goal right now. Maybe my goal is to have a goal. Maybe that should be my goal. My goal is to have a goal, but I know that it's all happening for a reason. I know that maybe 5 people on here. No, I know a ton of people on here, like hopefully got some motivation today and there you go. And I don't mind asking for help anymore. I'm going to ask you guys to please go and watch my top 2 videos I have pinned on the top of my screen. Please watch them all the way through. Watch them twice if you can. Did you know that you can hold down on someone's head when you're watching their videos and it makes it go faster? Obviously, I already talk fast, but I even make myself go faster. Leave a comment. I support you, Susan. Not just emojis because I don't think you're a robot, but leave me a comment. Save the video. You have nothing to lose. Repost the video. That little arrow right down there, repost it. It helps me more. It's like complimenting someone's shoes. If I see your comment, it's like, thank you. It just makes me happy. And I've been very lucky on both my accounts. People are positive and I get a lot of, I love your energy, and you have no idea what that means to me. And my sweet husband told me the other day, that he told me the other day that he goes through and like reads my comments sometimes. And I didn't even know that. I didn't even know he did that. That's the other thing. He's trying to get him to be better about, if you think about me throughout the day, Matt, shoot me a text. Tell me, say, hey, I'm thinking of you and I love you, and I do the same. I try and do the same. What we do now as a family, though, definitely me and my older son and my husband, like if we see 333 or 444 or 1111, we text each other that. How cute is that? Or the other day, my husband was on his way over the mountains. He purposely was going 44 miles an hour, but his speedometer hit 44444.44, and he was like recording it, and it was just adorable. So anyways, we, angel numbers and I just knowing like, God, everything really, really does happen for a reason. It really does. So with that said, do you guys have any questions or anything? I might just go ahead and skedaddle, but I think today was really good. Mindset, motivation. Let's read those affirmations again because I love them. I like the ones that I typed out versus the ones that I did on my Monday. Okay, let's do these affirmations again. And write down 3 of them or 2, whatever you want to do. Today was great, Kelly. And you guys, I am uploading all my lives to the tube. Oh, how would you heal stomach erosion? Why is it eroding? Let me see. Well, I mean, have you drank like aloe vera juice? I mean, obviously, I mean, you are what you eat, right? So I would get rid of anything inflammatory in your diet. Aloe vera juice would be, or even, well, aloe vera juice is really easy to get. Make sure it's organic. Nothing in that you get like at a store, like a convenience store. Like I would go to like a co-op or somewhere good and get some really good aloe vera juice. That's really soothing for the tummy. And then making sure like no alcohol, coffee, gluten, dairy, I mean, all the good stuff, no fried foods, nothing like that. Right. Oh, you are. Yeah. Oh, medications. Yeah. And if you could obviously, try and, ease your way off of medications. I mean, I was on antidepressants. I was on high blood pressure medicine. I was 30 pounds heavier, and we definitely, we can make ourselves better. We don't need the pharmaceuticals. I mean, pharmaceuticals literally are putting a Band-Aid on the situation. Why? I mean, there's time and place. I mean, there's a time and place for some Tylenol and some ibuprofen, but other than that, I mean, start taking something like black seed oil or Shilajit and get to that root cause. The pharmaceuticals are it's just a Band-Aid, and there are so many things that we can do to get the pain, the inflammation, like the issues going on, like we can get it under control. Can I, start slow, but you are. Well, good for you. Just keep going. And now start telling yourself, I am happy. I am healthy. I am pain-free. I am in control of my emotions. I'm in control of my body. Every day I'm getting healthier. I can't believe how amazing my stomach feels. Literally start saying these things out loud. Like, you have nothing to lose. And so just start saying these things. My stomach feels great all the time. I always make the right choices. Everything I put in my body just makes my cells come alive with happiness. Like, just start saying these things that may not even feel true, but they will eventually. And you have the power to like help yourself within. I'm so speaking from personal experience. I can't even stress it enough. Okay, the affirmations that I'm just loving right now. I am capable of achieving my goals. I believe in myself and my abilities. Every day I'm getting better and stronger. That one's good. I am worthy of success and happiness. I attract positivity and abundance. I am grateful for all that I have. I choose to focus on the good in my life. I am resilient and can overcome any challenge. I am in control of my thoughts and my emotions. I embrace growth and learning every day. There is something to learn every day. If you think you have one thing figured out, just assume that you don't. I mean, be willing to learn and embrace and know that like we don't have it all figured out. I certainly don't. I know what works for me. I know what works for me and my family. I'm so glad that my kids are able to express their emotions. Like that's the greatest thing about our family, and almost to a fault. Like they don't really understand why maybe some of their peers don't get it. I don't know. It's just funny, but my kids are very aware of their emotions and how they feel and how that you are what you tell yourself. And even my 15-year-old is like figuring it out. It's pretty incredible. Like he manifested a brand new teacher. I'm just like not even kidding. Like there's just so many things. If you know that there will be a solution, like, and that's a great one too. Like, oh, my favorite, oh my gosh, what my kids say, I make my family say, I see all solutions before there's conflict. That is a good one. I see all solutions before there's conflict. And even when we've had major shit go on and I will just like something happened and I just came over here. I'm like, nope, no, I refuse to get upset about this. It's going to get worked out. It's going to get worked out. There's going to be an explanation. Like, cause something kind of weird happened where my son got blamed for something. And I was like, no, this is not happening. The good will come out. And also karma works. We have literally watched karma work in front of us. And there's things that, like even things I could have, like there's things I know. My kids tell me everything. There are major things that I know that I will not tell. I will not tell these parents. Obviously, if it was something dangerous, that would be a different story. I would talk to my kids first about it. I will never lose my children's trust. I honestly can't believe the things I know. It feels very good that I know these things. But there is no reason, like there was this one circumstance where I thought, shit, should I tell? But no, I'm not their parent. If those parents don't know where their kids are, and believe me, they weren't going, it wasn't, anyways, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I dwelled and I dwelled and I dwelled. But no, at the end of the day, I'm parenting my kids and everyone else is doing the best they can. And anyways, the trust between me and my kids is way more important. And then in this certain circumstance, the kid ended up getting caught anyways in a different way, and I didn't even have to be the one. So why get yourself, it was almost like it felt like I was, yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm glad I read them again because they're good ones. So yeah, it's almost like just really focusing on that family of 4 and trying not to let yourself get worked up with the shit around you, because really it's this home base that's really important, right? Okay. Oh, you're so much better. I'm so glad, Jessica. I know, it's totally, you guys, it is so, like, today can be your day, to day 1, great. I am already going to feel better. I mean, hopefully after watching this, you're like, have this sense of like empowerment, like, fuck yeah, if she can do it. 43, I think 40s, I mean, I love it. It's like, do I wish I would have figured this out sooner? I guess, but if I would have figured this out sooner and been like vomiting all these morals and whatnot on my children at that young age, it's almost like you wonder if they would have like taken it for granted or something. But now that they've actually watched it happen, they've watched me have these major successes at this age, I think it was good for them to watch me go through it when they could really understand. I mean, we talk about everything. And even our older son, he got knocked off his little pedestal, his high pedestal. Oh, gross, little pit stain, sorry. It's castor oil, just kidding. It's wet, it's wet. I'm a little sweaty. I got a little hot there for a minute. But even our golden child, he got knocked off his pedestal big time. And that was hard. We went through a lot, but it's like, again, there wasn't any grounding. There was a lot of talking. There was like, he gets up now, like his punishment, if you will, is gets up early, like half hour earlier than he used to, writes down what he's grateful for, writes down affirmations. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. But if I would have let that, I don't know, if we could have gone overboard with like a punishment or something. No. And kids make mistakes. And you know what? He's 18. So make a mistake or two, dude. Like, go for it. So anyways, there's just so many ways you can handle things. And I think there's just this cliche way of parenting where it's like, my way or no way, or go to your room, or your Xbox is taken away, so they can sit in their room and resent you and be pissed. No, what we do is we have long talks. That might be a form of punishment, but then, yeah, go play your Xbox. Yeah, now you need a break from all this momming and parenting. So that's what works for us, Right? Me telling on them isn't going to help them, or them. Who can they trust? Exactly. Like if these things I know and these things that I even witnessed, if it would have been like truly harmful, or I thought these kids were going down some terrible path, it would be one thing, but they got to figure it out. And parents have to parent in their own way. And I'm glad that works. I'm glad it worked for us. I mean, who knows? It could have been different for everyone, but it's like, my kids are like, and even my older son, God, he's said it lately more than once, like, Mom, you're one of my best friends. I mean, because we shoot the shit and we laugh. And I mean, I love his age. I love that he's 18. And then my younger son, I mean, we're just 2 peas in a pod. Like, oh my gosh, he is my, please, I will be like, then I go search for some bugs. I mean, and he will. So, and he's 15, but he, he's our athlete. I mean, our older son is an athlete too, but our younger son's this athlete, and he's just spunky, and he's so popular, that, it's those popular athletic children that you have to kind of worry about, because those are the ones that are going to the parties, and then he's going to get invited to everything. But we've already had such great conversations at home, and he's already he kind of knows who he wants to be, and he doesn't really want to get into that shit. And so it's been great. And we talk very openly about, I mean, I live in Washington State, and, POT is very, very legal, and I am very pro. Like, I am so unbelievably pro POT. I wish I could talk about it more, because, I mean, talk about something literally grown from, I mean, it's so natural and it's so amazing. And no, my children aren't going to be doing it. Your boys' brains especially don't even like freaking fully form until they're like 26 or something. But we've been able to educate them. I've been able to educate them so much. They can watch me roll it if they want. Like, it's so much. But I'm 43 and I'm not going to be on Xanax. And it's like, I'm not going to take a supplement to help me have an appetite. I have a little from the earth. It's all from the earth. So I just I want to over-educate my kids. I want them to know the difference between indica and sativa. And I don't want to get in trouble for saying that. Sativa, sugar. So anyways, education is just so important. And instead of just saying, no, you can't do that. No, 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 no. It's like, well, let me tell you why. Like, you can eventually if you want, in moderation, I would suggest. But this is what it's going to do to you right now. And your brain isn't quite ready. And let's just talk about it, right? But so it's working. Thus far, it is working. Just literally, and I'm not going to lie to my kids. Like, I will not. Why? Why would I lie to them? They have information all around us. They can figure out what's truth. So I'm so glad they're coming to me and asking me like about everything. I mean, the other day, me and my kid had a conversation about LSD and DMT, like just very interesting stuff. So it's just why, but we can't say no. Why would we say no when they're literally watching, drinking and other things going on in their life? So it's just like educating, right? And knowing, like literally telling my son, like, you're going off to college, there's a huge difference between vodka and beer and even whiskey and tequila. Like, there are so many different levels. And then I've also been telling my son, especially with girls, when you're drinking, you become kind of bipolar. Your emotions get so intense. So like if you like fighting even, or if you're happy, you're happy. But sometimes, especially girls, if you get sad, you cry and things are emotional. And I'm so glad that I'm able to, oh shit, God damn it. Am I still on here? I just got a restriction. I just got a notification. Oops, got a little flushed. Okay, I'm gonna get off. I don't know if I'm still on here or not. Am I still on here? Can you guys, someone write something? Oh, God, what did I say? Okay. Okay. Look at me. I'm having a flash. I have a notification. Oh, I'm trying so hard to be good. It's probably because I said, okay. Anyways, I love everyone. I think I'm going to skedaddle since I'm having a freaking hot flash. I came back. I think, yeah. So I love this app and I just trying so hard to be good and yeah. Anyways, so I have been on for 90 minutes and I'm uploading all these. Thanks, Kelly. So yeah, if you ever want to check out more of my lives, they're going to be on the tube. Make sure you're following me right up there. And then of course my main account is right here, where I have like so much on those hearts right there. I have so much on that account too. So, and I'm not above asking for help. So after I end this live, if you could go and watch the videos I had pinned at the top, I think I just have 2 pinned. Watch them through a couple times, save them, repost them, leave me a comment that's not emojis, but just, that would be great. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. So it's Tuesday. I'll be back on early. So it's 9 o'clock a.m. where I'm at in Pacific time. Tomorrow I'll be on, I'm hoping by like 5:15, 5:30. That is the goal. So thank you guys for supporting me, and I will just keep sharing the love and be careful what I talk. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.